So basically, like, I was on my knees again, we had like a towel along the side of the tub or the edge of the tub, so I could like lean over it.
Not at first.
Well, you put it on there pretty quickly.
I put it on there pretty quick, yeah, but
yeah.
For the first little bit it did not, and then
I remember it not happening.
You were having a contraction, and I was like I was about to start trying to put the towel on, and you were like, Dan.
Yeah, I was like
as in like she needed me to rub her back.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter what you're doing, put your hand on my back.
Yeah.
So Kirby Lee, I think, came and helped me put it there so you could put your head on it.
That's what it was.
Because it was not there for the first bit.
Okay. So yeah.
We better hurry up. He's getting awake.
So we put the towel down, and like Dan was saying, so he had like both of his hands were occupied because he had one hand like leaning over the tub and onto my back, just applying pressure and like kind of rubbing it a little bit. There were some contractions where I was like, okay, no, stop rubbing, stop, or like do this or do that. And not many, but there's a couple times. But yeah, just like the slight pressure on my back helped a lot. Like I said, all of my contractions I felt in my back. It was all back labor, which is the same as what happened with Luca. So yeah, he had one hand on my back, and then the other hand I was holding and like squeezing. And then Kirby Lee was just, she would help us like do certain things. She helped us like we started my diffuser too. So we put oils on and then lit a candle and burned a little bit of Palo Santo, I think. Did she do that?
I don't think we lit a candle.
We did light a candle.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. And I think she did light a little bit of like my Palo Santo stick. And so so we did that. That was super early on, like pretty much right when I got in, because I already had like the birth space ready in the bathroom. I had expected to be able to do that stuff myself. Like I thought that it's like, things will like progress slowly. So when I'm in early labor, I'll have time to like stir my diffuser and like smell some oils and light my candle and like do all those things. Like I kind of had like rituals planned for myself, but then it was so quick and that did not happen.
He had different rituals.
He had different plans, yeah. So then
I found your mucus plug.
Oh yeah, it wasn't super long after when I just because I was just like laboring in there, and then
it was after like 45-50 minutes in the tub.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the first sign, I guess, that I had, which is interesting because I had contractions, for a couple hours at that point. Then Dan was like, "Oh, there's something in the tub," and I like looked down and I was like, it's my mucus plug. I was like, woohoo!
Good sign.
Yeah, and then another few minutes later, like maybe 20.
Oh no,
10?
like 5 to 10.
Okay. My waters. I felt my waters release. So with Luca, I was not in
10,
water. Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter, but it wasn't long. Yeah.
No, it wasn't long after. So with Luca, I was not in water when my waters broke, so it was like very intense. But I think that maybe because I was in water, and also when we looked at my placenta afterwards, the hole that like of my waters breaking was actually kind of small, which is interesting. And so it wasn't very intense. Like my waters breaking with Luca was like such an intense feeling, like a bursting feeling inside of me, which was so weird and so intense. But with Eli, it was not. It was like barely, like I felt like a small like pop, like bursting feeling inside. And then I was like, my water's just like they released. And then that was basically it after that. So
I think you said, my water just broke.
Okay.
She wasn't that calm.
No, of course it wasn't calm.
I'm joking.
Having a baby.
Mm-hmm. I do not understand.
So then
the baby who was farting in your arms.
So then so by that point I could feel him descending quite a bit. Like he was super, super low. And it wasn't super long after where I could feel that he started crowning. And so I felt it was a lot of like burning happening. And he started crowning, and then I eventually felt his head like pop out. And at that point, I said to Dan, I was like, and we had this conversation like 2 days prior. I had said to him, like, you know, you might have to catch the baby, like, depending on how I'm sitting in the tub. Like, if the baby's gonna come out behind me, like, I can't catch them. And so, which I'm thankful that we had that conversation. So then
I think I still would have managed.
Totally, but it was still nice to like, anyways, I feel like you just like didn't skip a beat, which was awesome. So I said to him, I was like, Dan, I was like, you need to catch the baby, you need to catch the baby, you need to catch the baby.
At this point, I did not know the head was out. She was laying on the tub like this, and I was on this side of her, not in the tub, and so I could see down her back, but I couldn't see behind her. And so Meghan just said to me, like, Dan, you're going to need to get in to catch the baby. And when we had the conversation the day before, I talked about, like, oh, yeah, like, when it starts to get closer, like, maybe I'll just put swim trunks on or something, like, that'll be fine. Which that didn't happen because, as you can tell, well, so far, things progressed insanely quick. And like Meghan mentioned at the start, like, we wanted to film, and like by the time that we started to go into the bathroom, I asked her multiple times, like, do you want me just to go get your phone? It'll take me 20 seconds. The tripod and the phone are both in our bedroom around the corner, like 15 to 20 seconds away. And she was like, no, don't go. I don't want you to leave me. I'm like, okay. So that was pretty intense already. And then so when she said, like, you're gonna need to catch him, and I was like, okay, like, I'm sure I have a minute. And I was just like, okay, I guess I'll just get in these shorts that I was just wearing, sport shorts. It's like, I guess I'll just kind of get in this. And so I stepped in beside her, and when I kind of stepped my second foot into the tub, was the first chance I had a glance past her, and I was expecting it to be like maybe a couple minutes until I thought maybe he had kind of started crowning and then come back in. And when I stepped in and looked down, I literally just saw a full face under the water. The whole head was out, and I was like, whoa, like she meant now. So what I did, I got in and I just I put my hand on his head when he was still in, and I put my other hand underneath, I guess, just waiting. And then when her next contraction came, she just kind of like, she pushed, and just naturally what felt right, I guess, or what she needed to do.
I felt that like twisting too.
Yeah.
His shoulders.
Oh, okay, yeah, because his, like, I'm sure most of you have heard, his one shoulder came out first, and once that second shoulder came out, I'm glad I already had his head, because he just kind of flopped out into my arms underwater. So he was in my hands, and I picked him up, and he immediately cried. He was like 2, kind of 3 whimpers, like super quick cry. It wasn't like a bad cry. It was just like a and that was kind of it. And then my first reaction, because I had just taken him out of the water, I almost put him back in. I was about to like start dropping him because I don't know, I was just tired at this point, I guess. I don't know. And I was like, no, whoa, what am I doing? I almost put him back in the water, yeah. So I just held him in my hands, this sticky newborn who's done sleeping now. I was holding him in my hands, but then at this point the umbilical cord was still connected, obviously, and backwards through Meghan. So we needed to get Meghan help. Kirby Lee came over to help Meghan kind of lift her leg over the umbilical cord, so that then I could pass the baby to her. And at that point also, she did not know yet whether or not it was a boy or a girl. So I started to pass, and I was like, it's and she was like, don't tell me. And I was like, oh boy, that was a close call, which I didn't. And then so we helped her flop over. Get on her back. And then I think we have this picture. We can share the picture of the first moment of Meghan holding him. We'll put that in right now. So Meghan got on her back, and I passed Eli to him, to her. For the first moment, it was a pretty surreal moment to sit there and realize that we did it. That, what time was it?
It's 5:30.
It's 5:30 in the morning.
3.5 hours.
So from start to finish, 3.5 hours, and it was over.
So quick and so intense.
It's so intense.
So people who say like, "Oh, that's quick labor," like that's awesome. Yes, it is awesome, I guess, in a way. Like it's there's pros.
It was
to
over
it. Like,
quick.
It was over
Yeah.
quick, but it was also very intense, really, really quick, and you don't have time to like gradually like build up.
Get
to
yourself
those
ready for it.
Yeah,
It just hit.
Yeah, there's no like gradual build up. It's just it was like the switch turned on, and it was like intense from the very first contraction. So, yeah, that just seems to be how my body does it, because that's what happened with Luca too. Or like once I was in active labor, I guess, with Luca. But anyways, yeah, that was it. And then after that, we called our parents. Yeah. So my parents had just gotten to their house, so they were still 5 hours away. Which was good, because then they got to hear that, he was here. And I had said to Dan at one point too, I was like, I hope Mom realizes she's not going to make it. Cause I was like I had said, like I had come to the conclusion, like for myself too, like, or for my own, like, I don't know, like I was just like, she's not going to make it. So, I wasn't like thinking about that or expecting her to be there, just cause I had come to grips with the fact that she wasn't going to be there, and that was okay, and she would see the baby after. And so we called our parents, and then so we stayed in the tub not very long, maybe like 10-15 minutes, because maybe even just 10 minutes, because it wasn't, we were on the phone with Dan's parents when I was like, I'm kind of feeling like the placenta wants to come out. Like it was super quick afterwards too. So Dan, did you hold Eli or did I hold him? I can't remember. One of us was holding Eli, and then they helped me out of the tub.
You were holding him.
Okay. So they helped me out of the tub. And we just had like a mixing bowl. And so I just like squatted over the mixing bowl and just like waited. And then I was like, oh, like it's not coming. And then I was like, okay. I was like, I kind of felt like a little, kind of like a contraction type thing, more like a cramp. And then the placenta just like plopped out. So
our kitchen bowl.
Into our bowl, yeah. So after that, we went and got into bed, and we snuggled in. So it was probably like 5:45 at this point. And yeah, after that, I guess, do you want to tell them about Luca waking up?
Oh, sure. I was going to say, was Luca awake when we did the cord?
Yes, he was. We did that a lot later. Tell them what Luca was saying.
So it was like around 6 o'clock, which Luca at that point had been sleeping in, like leading up to that. Like Luca had been sleeping in super late. So we essentially had put him down the night before, right? And there was just us, and Mama was pregnant. There was a baby in her stomach, and so before we went to get him, we heard him kind of wake up, and it was like 6 o'clock, and it was decently early in the day. And so he started making noises, and he kind of just like, he wasn't waking up crying, he was just waking up talking. And so we heard him saying things, and we were all kind of trying to tune in and listen and hear what he was saying. And then all of a sudden, I think around all the same time, we started to understand what he was saying. And because Eli was crying in our bed, Luca was in his room before he had seen that the baby was born, and he was saying, "What's wrong, baby? What's wrong? What's wrong, baby? What's wrong?" So, which was adorable,
So
and he
cute.
still says it 4 weeks later. He's still not 4 weeks, 3 weeks later. He still says it a ton, but now he just says, "What's wrong, Eli?" So I went to get him. We were like, all right, it's time. So I actually, because of the timing, I actually set up my camera. We'll maybe share some of that footage too. But I set up my camera to see what his reaction would be. Which, at first, I guess we'll just show it. But at first, it ended up being very shy for a long time, like 5 minutes.
He was super
like
snuggly.
Just snuggled on me, and then all of a sudden he just like, boom, woke up. Which we'll show that. That was super cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, Luca was shy at first, but got super excited when he kind of woke up and realized what it was. Yeah, and it was super cute, and he has been just as cute ever since. And then I guess not the last part, but like the kind of last part of the birth process was the cord.
Yeah. So we wanted to do kind of like something special, I guess, or yeah. So Dan made a cord burning box. I had never actually heard about like burning the umbilical cord before. But Kirby was telling me about it, and I was like, do you know what that sounds like? That just sounds really special and sounds really cool. So what we did, well, Dan made a cord burning box, so we also have some pictures, so we'll share some pictures here in a sec. But Dan made a cord burning box, and then we just held candles on either side of it with like the cord coming this way and then the two candles going this way. And then it took about like, I don't know, 15-ish minutes maybe.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just like burn the cord. It helps the blood clot. And after that we so once it was like fully detached, we made knots in Eli's part. Lovely.
So I don't know if that was a noise you could hear, but someone needs to be changed. This video is coming to an end soon.
Yeah. So we where was I at with that? You distracted me.
Just saying that we tied it.
Oh yeah, so we tied Eli's part of the umbilical cord, and then just like let that dry, and then it fell off, I think, on day 4. And so yeah, so that's what we did with the umbilical cord afterwards. My placenta is actually in our freezer, which is super cool.
Okay.
And so we haven't fully decided what to do with that yet, but you guys are getting to hear the many sounds of Eli.
Of any baby.
Yeah.
I guess he makes a lot of sounds from his mouth, like.
He does. Luca makes fun of him.
Yeah, Luca goes around.
It's pretty funny.
We'll teach him.
But yeah,
That's not.
that is it. That is our unassisted home birth story with Mr. Eli. It was absolutely amazing. It was exactly how I had planned it and envisioned it in my head. I did a lot of visualization.
Other than it being like 25% of the time you thought it would be.
Yeah, it was very fast. That I was not expecting a 3.5 hour labor from like literally start to finish. That I was not expecting. Although I kind of had like, I don't know, I was expecting to go early, which I did go early. He was 12 days early. I think my normal is just around 38 weeks. And then, yeah, so I lost my train of thought.
After that, we had a baby in the house.
Yeah, exactly. And then we just like laid in bed. My mom showed up just before lunchtime, and then Dan's parents visited later that day. And yeah, that's how he came into the world. We then were a family of 4, which is amazing. It was an incredible experience. I don't know. Yeah, it was just amazing. We're very thankful. He's pretty cute. So yeah, so that is it. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, let us know in the comments.
Probably let Meghan know, not me.
In the comments. I'll read the comments.
No, what I'm saying is I probably won't have answers.
Oh, I see what you're saying. He's making so many faces. All right. Like I said, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.
See ya. There you go. Hello, I'm Eli. This is my birth story.